This is Matt. I'm back with Liz Hartley, T'05. So I think one of the most amazing things about Beats has always been its relationship with its athletes and celebrities. And so my big question is, how does Beats think about partnerships in general?
Yeah. Partnerships have been a really important ingredient, I think, in the formula that's driven the success of Beats. If we look back to even 2008, when Beats launched its first headphone, which was the flagship studio product, shortly thereafter, they supported that launch with partnership with LeBron and bringing that to the Beijing Olympics. And that, I think, was just a point of departure that has marked a really signature aspect of the experience of Beats from a brand development and marketing development perspective. So partnership with artists and musical artists, and oftentimes launching new songs through commercials that spots that support Beats product. It might be new product introduction or some new flavor of Beats has been part of that formula. LeBron, Serena, Neymar, as Beats particularly has launched the Power Beats product and moved into sport, extending it beyond just the realm of music into other occasions that are incredibly meaningful to consumers has been an important part of that. So I would say that it's been in some ways kind of the important tip of the spear of expressing the aspiration of Beats
Right.
and the spirit of Beats.
And is that something that Apple will allow you to continue to do under its wing?
Well, it's interesting. I think, yes, absolutely. And even at some of the latest Worldwide Developers Conference, since now Beats has been part of Apple, as introductions of product into music, even before the launch of Apple Music, Jimmy Iovine has been there on stage, has brought in musical acts. So I think in general, there's excitement about the type of formula and flavor that Beats brand development and marketing can synergize with Apple, and in particular in the frontier of audio and music, there's a lot of opportunity, I think, for the two together.
And such a critical part of Apple's recent success has been internationalization, particularly in China. Is that something also on the top of Beats' mind?
Certainly. Beats started out obviously in the U.S. market and has grown to a very strong position, number one in a number of categories. But international expansion is also an important part of the formula. So as Beats continues to gain traction in Europe, in Asia, and in Latin America and the rest of the world, that's a critical part of market expansion, and one where, again, connection with Apple through its retail stores and distribution relationships really helps catapult Beats in terms of faster scale and global reach.
Very cool. Generally, just out of general interest, what are the tech trends for you, Liz, that you're interested in and are keeping an eye on for yourself?
Wow, there's a lot of exciting things that are on the horizon. I think certainly one that is incredibly close to the portfolio for Beats on the headphones side. I think the migration towards wireless and wireless driven solutions, be it around connectivity and Bluetooth, be it around active noise canceling, but a much more active headphone environment, smart headphone environment is one that the future brings. On the music side, I think the continued entry of new solutions into streaming, be it high fidelity solutions that are coming from Tidal and Deezer on top of the streaming solutions that Pandora and Spotify have introduced, and seeing some of the larger tech players like Google, like Amazon, like Facebook, in addition to Apple Music, looking at the streaming solution, because what we're seeing is that consumers now are not so much, the growth is starting to taper off in the building out of personal digital libraries as consumers shift more into streaming. So I think that's an interesting frontier and battleground that over the next 1 to 2 years will really take shape.
Great. And so what advice can you give MBAs who are looking to get into tech, particularly consumer tech, and particularly both strategy and product management?
Yeah. Well, I think the state of technology right now, in terms of the innovation that's happening, new companies, a lot of startup growth that's happening, it makes it a really exciting time. And if I were to place myself into tech and be leaving right now, it's no surprise that falling into tech is kind of a natural path. I think what's most important is to find what your passion is, and I think there's a lot of opportunities for really exciting roles that inherently have strategy as part of that formation. Because if you're trying to come up with a new solution, a disruptive business model, an innovative product, strategy is inherent in whatever role functionally that you're assuming. If that's in product management or product development. Having an exacting sense of focus around what really makes great design, great products, great features that are truly differentiated, that are truly impactful. One needs to be maniacal about that. And so I think those types of roles are really exciting. I also think strategy roles within, kind of medium to larger tech companies are exciting to get a view of the marketplace, the competitive dynamics, a great application of some of those traditional consulting types of skills that now maybe one can go straight into tech and experience. So I think there's a lot of opportunity there.